What's up guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Maddie and today's video is going to be my first Halloween look of the year. So I am really excited to show you guys this today. I am, if you haven't guessed, Alice in Wonderland. I looked on YouTube to see what other kind of videos I was going to be in competition with, and all of the videos that I saw were of gore and like the Cheshire Cat smile and lots of not glam looks, which I was really expecting. So when I didn't see that, I saw a great opportunity to create a video like this. If you're thinking about being a glam Alice in Wonderland this year, then this is the perfect look for you. In this tutorial, you're going to be seeing a lot of products such as Too Faced, Tarte, Violet Voss, MAC, NYX, all kinds of brands. But the most important product that you're going to need to create this look is actually the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. So if you guys want to learn how to create this glam Alice in Wonderland look, then just keep on watching. Before we get started though, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. So without any further ado, let's do this. Okay, so let's get started. First, I applied the Amazing Origins Ginseng Gel Moisturizer and then primed with the Too Faced Cooling Matte Primer and just applied this to my T-zone. For foundation, I used the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and while applying small dots of the product to my cheeks, I also used a Bare Minerals foundation brush to apply this with. This is a medium coverage foundation, but it is buildable, so I am applying another coat to get that flawless full coverage look. You always set your foundation with a translucent powder, so I am using the Too Faced Oil Absorbing Peach Perfect Setting Powder to set it. For concealer, I'm applying the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm applying this to my under eyes in small dots because of its full coverage wear. And I am blending this with the Morphe Highlight and Contour Beauty Blender. I will also be applying this to the middle of my forehead and chin. Next, I am using my Cover FX Loose Setting Powder and using this to bake my under eyes. Now we're going to give this some time to bake, and in the meantime, I'm going to be contouring my nose off camera. For this, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Okay, time's up, and now we are going to dust away this setting powder. I'm now using my Morphe R10 brush to contour my cheekbones, and I am continuing to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer for this. I'm going back in with my Cover FX Loose Setting Powder and Beauty Blender to carve out and bake my under contour to give it that sharp, defined look. For blush, I'm using my Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush, and because this is so pigmented, I'm only taking out what has fallen onto the cap and applying this with a light hand. For highlight, I'm blinding you today with the Artist Couture Loose Highlighter, and this is in shade Illuminati. I'm applying this to the high points of my cheekbones, above my eyebrows, on my Cupid's bow, and on the tip and bridge of my nose. For filling in my eyebrows, I am using the MAC Spiked Eyebrows Pencil and will be doing this off camera for time's sake. I will also be doing one eye off camera and one eye on for you to see. Now we are beginning to work on the eyes, and for primer, I'm using my favorite Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. Next, I'm taking my Cover FX powder again and setting my primer with it. This will give us a nice silk-like base to apply our eyeshadows with. For our first out of 3 palettes, I'm jumping into the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette, and I'm using the whitest shimmer shade Pearl. I am applying above my crease and going straight for that brow bone highlight to start off because I didn't want to diffuse any of my blues with applying it last. For my first transition shade, I am using the Sephora Single Shadow Sweet Dreams. This is a very subtle shade, so you're going to have to take some time and grab some patience to build this shade up to the desired visible transition shade. And with this shade, I recommend going into the crease, but not being shy about going a tad above it. Our second and most crucial palette is the limited edition Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette, and the first shade we are jumping into is the dark teal Bandersnatch. Before applying this to the crease shade, you're going to want to tap off the excess about 2 to 3 times because it's so pigmented. I am blending Bandersnatch with an affordable e.l.f. crease brush and am placing this shade right into my crease, into the outer V, and across towards the inner corner of my eye. And after every application of shadow, it is so important that you use a fluffy blending brush to cross-check your original blending. For this, I'm using my drugstore Sonia Kashuk blending brush. Now I'm going into my inner corner with Bandersnatch and blending this upwards and towards the middle of my eye. I also took a little bit more eyeshadow and am taking that further from my outer corner and blending it closer to the middle. I'm going back over it once again with a little bit more Bandersnatch to build on that base, and without any additional product, I'm blending the rest into my crease towards the inner corner. I'm also doing the exact same thing to the inner corner as well. Now we are going into the deepest and most pigmented shade of the palette, and this is called Time. Using the e.l.f. brush again, I am blending this to the outer and inner corners of my eyes to deepen that initial Bandersnatch. And the third and last palette we are using for this Alice look is the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette, because this is the best matte black I own, and this is called Lou. With a small Morphe pencil brush, I'm taking Lou and precisely putting that matte black into a harsh V on my outer and inner corners. But don't worry, we will be blending this out as well, and to blend this, I'm using the same e.l.f. blending brush. Now for the middle pop of color, I'm using the white shimmer shade in the Alice palette, and this is called Royal Flush. To prep my flat packing brush, I am wetting it with the MAC Fix Plus spray. I just packed this onto the center of my lid, but keep packing until you reach your own desired pop of color. And with a Morphe E17 brush, I am blending the shimmers and blues into each other for a seamless transition. Now moving to the lower lash line, I am jumping back into the first palette and using the same first shade Pearl, and with a smudge brush, I'm blending this very low under my eye. And with an E17 brush, I'm building Bandersnatch and Time on top of this. Next, I'm using my Beauty For Real black gel liner and placing this in my lower waterline. And going back in with my pencil brush and Lou, I'm smoking out my lower lash line. Adding the eyeshadow into your waterline will also secure and increase the longevity of your eyeliner in there as well. For my upper lash line eyeliner, I'm using the NYX Epic Black Mousse liner, and I am applying my wing with a Sigma E06 liner brush. And to get really close to the inner corner, I'm using the NYX Liquid Black Liner. For lashes, I'm applying the Affordable Kiss Drugstore Foam Ink Lashes in Midnight. For mascara, I'm using MAC's False Lash Extreme Black to secure my real lashes to the fake. And lastly, for lips, I'm applying Nicki Minaj's MAC Collab Lipstick in Nicki's Nude. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm gonna give you one last peek. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I inspired you to be Alice in Wonderland this year. I'm definitely thinking about it myself. I'm in love with this look. If you guys liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up or subscribe down below, and I will see you guys for more costumes next time. Happy Halloween!
It should always just be filming.
Okay.
Because we're missing a lot of funny stuff.
Can I have my makeup? It's been a while.
Hold the mirror for her, babe.
No, I'm gonna set my happy ass.
No, I need you to hold the mirror.
I need you to fuck off.
See, it looks crusty.
Oh my god, you can't even see it.
Okay, here we go. Nobody's in the front. Let's go. Focus. Ready? Hit it.